If you've been following along with me so far, then converting compound units shouldn't actually be that much worse than converting individual units, because we're using unit fractions the way we are. So if we want to convert miles per hour to feet per second, well, if we're starting off with 75 miles per hour, write that as a fraction, then, well, I want to do two different conversions. I want to convert miles to feet, and I want to convert hours to seconds. So in order to convert miles to feet, well, I know that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. And so by multiplying by this particular fraction, with the miles on the bottom, I can see that my miles would cancel out, and I would end up with feet per hour. But of course I don't want feet per hour, I want feet per second. That's what's being asked for here. So I'm going to convert my hours into seconds. And I don't know, you might see that there's 3,600 seconds in an hour. That would work. Or you could just know that there's 60 minutes in an hour and 60 seconds in a minute. And I'll go ahead and do it in the two-step way. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. Now I'm putting the hours on the top here. Unlike what I did before, the thing I was canceling out before I was putting on the bottom, but because it already existed on the top. This time I'm putting the hours on the top because it already exists on the bottom. And now, if I was to multiply this stuff together, I would have a number of feet per minute. Need to do one more of these. I need to cancel out minutes here with 60 seconds. And then minutes would cancel with minutes. And now you can see the only units left are feet up top and seconds down below. So when I multiply all these together, the top part of my fraction would have 75 times 5,280 times 1 times 1. The bottom part of the fraction would have 60 times 60. There's a 1 there and a 1 there, so I'm not going to bother writing those. And this will be in feet per second here. So I'll type this into the calculator. I'll go ahead and open up some parentheses and type the top part. We'll go 75 times 5,280 divided by, open up the parentheses, and go 60 times 60. We get 110. And it's convenient that it came out exact. It's not common that these sorts of conversions come out exact like that, but we're lucky on that one. Alright, another compound conversion here is if we want to convert square feet to square inches. So this one might not appear to be a compound unit at first, but remember, feet is actually feet times feet. So maybe instead of writing feet squared like this, we might write it as feet times feet, because this will kind of tell us that we need to do this conversion twice. We know how many inches there are in a foot. There's 12 inches in a foot. And if I want to convert feet to inches, I would want my feet to be on the bottom here since it's already on the top. So I'm going to say 12 inches in 1 foot. But when I do my cancellation here, I'm only able to cancel with one of those. I end up with some sort of weird inches times feet measurement. So in order to fully convert over to square inches, I need to do this again. 12 inches per 1 foot. In this case, that foot will cancel with that one. And you can see I get 10 times 12 times 12 on the top part of the fraction, and, well, a bunch of 1s on the bottom. And I end up with inches times inches, which are square inches. So now I can multiply those together, and we get 10 times 12 times 12, which is 1,440 square inches. Now, you may have seen this sort of conversion enough to know that it's 120 or 144 square inches. 1 square foot is 144 square inches. If you happen to have some of those measurements memorized, it's okay to use them, but you do need to know how to do this sort of a process, because I can almost guarantee you're going to see examples that you don't have memorized and that are not, on a test. You're not going to be able to look them up on the internet.